I am super excited about this part of the program. This is honestly a part of the program that is very near and dear to my heart. I myself was an EEP fellow. I was part of the very third cohort that they ever had. So it was several years ago at this point, but have been a mentor ever since. So it is incredible to be sitting here in front of this phenomenal group of graduates from the EEP program. And thank you all for being here to support them. I want to make sure that you are making some noise because these folks have spent the last 9 months getting content, networking, working with mentors, and a special thanks to the companies that have supported them through this program, quite honestly. So I'm going to hand the mic over again to our phenomenal high-tech president, Omar Duque, to get things started and kicked off. Remember, we're going to make some noise.
Yamila, thank you. I think I'm mic'd, so I'm okay. Yamila, thank you again for agreeing to be the MC for our summit. The second time that you take on MC duties. I remember when you were there in the summer of 2018 at Microsoft. So thank you for agreeing to do this. This is probably one of the most exciting parts of our program. And I know all of our EEP fellows and E+ fellows are equally as excited. This is about you, but before we get to you, this program wouldn't be possible, and you're going to hear from both of them. I want to recognize, and I want you to join me in recognizing the incredible leadership and dedication to this program, to all of you, to our work, to Cristina Aguilera and Fernando Rosario. When Yamila said it's been 9 months, somebody in the EEP cohort over here said, 9 months, wow. And as I think back, whether you were new to high tech and never heard, because I know some of you were, whether you had maybe come to a summit before or participated in some way, shape, or form with high tech before, you kind of took a leap of faith coming into this program. And many of the corporate partners did as well, right? And they said, look, we want to invest in you, because that's what this is, right? Our partners have invested in you to be part of this program so that you can participate in all of the sessions, so that you could travel here and be with us for this session. And it's also an investment on our part, because as we were hearing earlier this morning from Rosa and Miriam about our very lofty aspirational goals, right, of impacting change and building equality, lasting equity from the classroom to the boardroom. We can't do it alone. High tech can't do it alone. Our board can't do it alone. We need partners in this work, and all of you are part of that. Over the course of the last 9 months, I know we've asked a lot of you. Sometimes weekly sessions. We've thrown you into networking sessions where we had you move your emoji from place to place to meet new and different people that are part of your organization. I hope, as you think back to over the last 9 months, I hope that you walk away with some knowledge from the sessions. I hope that you learned, whether it was the sessions with Fernando or some of our other leaders, I hope you walk away with some real knowledge that you can put to work, that you can implement in your companies, in your work day to day. The other thing that I hope that you realize is, we talk about high tech as a familia. And I know that personally, I've had moments in my career where you just feel alone, right? And you're going through something, you're trying to figure it out. Maybe it's a new situation, maybe it's just a challenge that you're having with a colleague, with a superior. And many of us, right, I was the first person in my family here to go to college. Many of us don't necessarily have somebody at home that we can say, hey, I'm going through this thing at work. I remember a cohort maybe 2 years ago, when the first, 2020, I think it was, and one of the fellows shared a story, which I absolutely loved, and I'm going to try to do my best to share it here with you, where he was having a hard time with his boss at work, and he was just trying to figure it out, and they just wouldn't agree. And so he went home and he asked his father. He's like, hey, Dad, like, I'm having this, who his father was, he was a mechanic, he was a blue-collar worker. And, you know, he's like, Dad, I don't know what to do. I'm having a really hard time. We can't kind of seem to agree. And his father was like, that's easy. He's like, there's just one solution. He said, you challenge the guy to a fight outside in the parking lot, and that's how you deal with it. and clearly no, right? But you know, we've all been there, right? Not challenging somebody to a fight in the parking lot, but we've all been in those situations. And what I hope that you walk away with is you're not alone. You are now part of this familia. You can call on one of your fellow EEP fellows. You can call on your mentor. You can call on anybody, somebody else from the high-tech familia, because chances are somebody else has been in exactly the same position that you're in and has faced those challenges. And we don't need to face these things alone. That's why we do this. You do not need to be alone. You are not alone. But the flip side of that is that somebody might call you, and we might call you to be a mentor to our high-tech scholars, to be a mentor to future EEP fellows, because that's how we do this. That's how we grow. That's how we support each other. So congratulations. Thank you for putting in the work, for putting in the time. And now it's time to celebrate you. And it's time to think about the impact that you're going to have when you go back to your companies now that you are fully and formally a member of the EEP alumni group, which, by the way, after today, 424 people strong. From a program that started 8 years ago with the first class of 6 people. And here we are graduating 98 fellows, and I can tell you that this is only going to continue to grow in years to come. So with that, another round of applause for Fernando Rosario.
Thank you so much. So, good morning, good afternoon. If you're interested in the next program, Evolution High-Tech Fight Club, based on that, just let me know and we'll get you signed up. There are some requirements, happy to be here. For those of you who I don't know, my name is Fernando Rosario, and 3 years ago when I talked to Omar and the high-tech team about taking the program to the next level, thankfully, we had the great support, not only from the high-tech familia, but from all of the individuals within that are volunteer sponsors or corporations. So before I start, I want to make sure the mentors, if you can stand up real quick, the mentors of EEP, stand up. Big round of applause. This is great. Let me tell you, for every fellow that we have in the program, we have a one-to-one match to a mentor. So the sacrifice, the compromise with the familia is absolutely incredible. And they put up with us, with Tina and I, because we keep changing schedules and days and virtual. Is it face-to-face? No, Fernando, it's now virtual. So thank you for your support and your dedication. Number 2, for the fellows, please stand up so everyone can recognize you. You're going to take a picture in a second, but big round of applause, please. This is great. Thank you so much. So a couple of firsts around the program. So number 1, Tin and myself, it's easy because we're building on top of what was such a great program before. But a couple of things that I think I need to identify. Number one, the largest class that we have up to date. So close to, Omar said 98, I'm gonna say 100. That's fine. And when you tell this story, it's 100. 101, okay? So that's how it's gonna go in the books, 100. Number one, over 500 hours of mentor sessions, which is another first. A lot of mentoring going on. Multiple workshops. We're talking over 40 workshops total, which is a lot. And I know you're saying, Fernando, we have works to do. That's fine. What else do we have? Coaching sessions, networking, which was virtual. And yesterday we had a great session face-to-face where we had networking for the first time with everyone in the room, which was fantastic. So with that, I don't want to take much longer. What we're going to do is very simple. We're going to call them up and we're going to have them, take a bow. Please welcome them and congratulate them in what we've culminated in today, 9 months, which is fantastic. Thank you for putting up with me and Tin. I'm going to speak on your behalf. Thank you for putting up with me. Now we have, this is the important piece, now you all become alumni. And this has great responsibilities. As I said before, it is up to you to continue to grow, inspire, motivate the Hispanic community as leaders. I said it before and I'm going to say it again, right? You are not a Hispanic leader. You are a leader that happens to be Hispanic. Okay? So let's carry, there you go. Excellent. So I gave them a couple of tasks yesterday, and this goes for everyone else. If you want to be part of the solution, you better be able to identify at a minimum 5 Hispanics that you can recommend for leadership positions. Don't stand in the sidelines waiting for the machinery of diversity and inclusion and equity to make it happen. That is working and it's going to move forward. We all as individuals want to make sure that we do our part. Do I get the commitment of everyone? Yeah. Excellent. With that, I'm going to introduce my partner in crime, Tin Aguilera.
Hello. You are all witnessing my first public speaking in person.
Yes!
And I say this because we are in familia. I'm extremely nervous. This is a goal of mine that I want one day to be as funny and as great as Omar and Fernando and all of our board of directors that come up here so naturally. Basically, I just wanted to thank you all. I want to first acknowledge our virtual folks. Congratulations. We miss you all. You're here in spirit and heart with us. Congratulations. You've successfully completed the program. Please keep in touch with us. We want to see how you continue. Obviously, you will continue to progress in your careers and to welcome you into the alumni group. And without further ado, we will commence or start our recognition process.
Please join us in congratulating our first group of EEP E+ graduates. Ana Luisa Aldana and Glenda Hernandez of Accenture. Amelia Cavato of Altus Group. Angie Garza, Gustavo Santana, Luis Ligori, Robert Lescano, and William Ramirez of AWS. Alexis Lopez and Karina Garcia of Apex. Jorge Posas Treviño, Carlos Avendano, Dan West, and Rafael Rivera of Apple. Lisa Tenorio Trupa and Luis Silva of AT&T. Brian Carvalho, Ramona Valdez, and Tracy Brown of Bank of America. Carmelina Zayas, Juliana Palau, and Andrew Gonzalez of BNY Mellon. Albert Fronteras and Jose Gutierrez of Blue California. Brian Pinos and Fabian de Jesus of Capital One. And Deb Pickering, Enrique Brime, and Mercedes Villanueva Maglin of Cisco.
We practice for this.
Please welcome Maria Lensing of the High Tech Board of Directors.
Hello, hello. Congratulations, class of 2022. Are we excited? It is an honor to represent the board and just be here to say congrats, right? The vision of high tech is to accelerate the power and impact of Hispanic technology leaders so that we can create lasting equity from the classroom to the boardroom. And I wanted to remind you of the vision because the investment that we're making in you, and it's not we, high tech, it's we, all of us as a community, is so that you can go and be better leaders. You had incredible classes. I mean, come on, learn to unlearn. Wasn't that awesome? It is the most important, probably, lesson that we all develop as we go. And as leaders, your role is to help others. At high tech, we use push up and pull up. It's not just a tagline. It's actually a call to action. Push each other up. Pull each other up. This is a community unlike anybody else. I don't know about you, but when I started getting involved with high tech many years ago, I never forget coming into a room and seeing so many Hispanic leaders and realizing I am not alone. And I thought it was just me for a long time. So listen, you have been given amazing powers to go forward. And as leaders, our job is to serve others, push up, pull up. But don't forget about you, because I think Omar told you what, he stole my piece there. The superpower you have that nobody else is going to have is tu familia. Leverage it. Because in order for you to fill other people's cups, your cup needs to be full. And to be the best leader you can be, you have to be courageous. And to have courage, you have to be vulnerable to say, I need help. And that's the hardest thing as a leader that we can do. So you have a familia to lean on. This is the place to go. And for the rest of us, we're available, right? No matter if somebody from here calls, you make time. So I have to go and say farewell and go on forth and do great things. Remember, I say this a lot, I truly believe that the biggest calling we have as people is to ensure that our glass ceilings become the next generation's floor. And it's tough and it's not easy, but you can do it. You have powers with you, and with great power comes great responsibility. So I'll finish with one last piece. It is said that luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Well, guess what? You're prepared. The opportunity for Latinos in technology leadership is huge. So get ready to get lucky. Thank you.
Congratulations to our second group of EEP E+ graduates, Amber Ramos and Marcelo Medina, City, Arturo Valencia Ortega, Claudia Ramirez, and Roseanne Rodriguez of Cummins, Alexandra Dustin and Gina Cano of Dell, Luis Rodriguez of Extreme Networks, Maria Antonia Villaquiran of EY, Cynthia Andal of Freddie Mac, Pedro Moya of Google, Cynthia Gonzalez, Juan Carlos Elizarras, Marcos Lutterman, Nicole Janeca, Odette Morosky, and Ricardo Labiaga of Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, Francisco Romero Perez of HP, Alberto J. Jimenez and Jorge Malibran of IBM, and Mario Villacourt of Intel.
Like she needs practice.
Please welcome Brian Arellanes, Board of Directors and member of Links Technology Partners.
Hola, High Tech Familia. So I had the honor of being a mentor for Tracy Brown at Bank of America. And this is my fourth cohort. It was an amazing process to go through, very different this time being primarily virtual. So good to see all of you, not just a little square on a Zoom, but actually in person, and you all get to network and meet the broader familia, which is your amazing next step into really broadening your horizon in your career. So I'm not going to take the whole time. I want to be quick and to the point. You have a tremendous opportunity now that you've met each other, and don't forget the power that you have with this cohort. You're getting to meet and mingle now. So take those relationships to the next level and create those bonds that drive all of you up. That's the whole push-up part. You have all of you around each other. And then as you reach your new heights, remember to pull those up underneath you. So that was, it's always said, you're going to hear it a million times here, but it is something that we believe in passionately at High Tech. And through leadership, through people like JC, there's so many people here that have really embraced that and done that throughout their careers. Lastly, one thing that I've talked to Tracy about in every cohort that I've been involved in, it's very important to create some sort of report that encapsulates all of the things that you've learned throughout this mentorship process. And then take that report and actually implement a plan of action of how you're going to continue to rise up given the skills that you've received through this program. So I really want to congratulate you all again. Thank you for sharing your experiences as well with each other, because that's what makes us stronger. So thank you, everybody. Congratulations again.
Congratulations to our third group of EEP E+ graduates, Carlos Escobar and Rodrigo Paiva of Johnson & Johnson, Jesus Rosamena, Maria Ruth Rodriguez del Barco, and Ovidio Ruiz Jr. of JP Morgan Chase & Co., Diego Cruz, Eric Hernandez, John Hernandez, Wander Morroel, and Jamie Sanchez Anderson of KPMG, Eric Kajimi-Erchak and Kevin Alcedo of Lockheed Martin, Lauren Lozano of Match, Ed Gonzalez, Vanessa Rico, and Cynthia Gutierrez of McKesson, Diego Baquino, Heather Carranza, Michael P. Morales, and Gerardo Villalobos of Microsoft, Gabriela Six and Jeanette Spadaro of Morgan Stanley, Courtney Rodriguez and Osvaldo Mendoza of Nationwide, Erica Diaz, Josh Grace, Omar Andrade, and Xochitl Yadira of Northwestern Mutual, and Diego Horenstein and Nair Buikima of Oracle.
We're the first one knocked out of the park. You're good. See, that's you. That's what you need to do.
Please welcome Ernie Cordova, COO of Dragonfly Group.
Hello, everyone. Hello, congratulations, class of 2022. You can hear me, right? I've got my cheat sheet, so forgive me. But because there's one quote I want to say, but congratulations. I think this is my 8th cohort, something like that. And this year I had the pleasure of being the EEP Plus mentor for Pedro Moya of Google, who's not here today, but hopefully he's listening online. So, but anyway, let me start with this quote. Steven Spielberg once said, "The delicate balance of mentoring someone is not to create them in your image, but to give them the opportunity to create themselves." And I think that's what we've done. We've done that this year, right? For the last 9 months, we've been together. All of us have been together. We've been looking and pulling out all those gifts and ideas and sharing them. It brings me back. It reminds me of, when you pull a box out of a closet and you intend for one box, but they all fall out of that closet. And after a few select words, you then realize that, oh no, this was a good thing, right? You found that gift that you bought after the last Christmas sale and we're planning to give this year. Well, that's basically what we did here. You opened the box and had a gift. And the gift was, you had the great leadership of Fernando and Cristina. You had the messages shared by other mentors with you. You had ideas that you got from each other as fellows, right? And of course, you had us, the fabulous and awesome mentors that was uncovered in that box. So the key message, I guess, and I'm gonna use this here because there are some key messages I want just to share and make sure that you leave today. The first thing is, make sure that you take everything that you've learned, right? And you use that knowledge to further create who you are and who you want to be. Apply the knowledge you have. The knowledge you have will take you and propel you to the next level. It will get you to that seat at the table, okay? Foster those relationships that you've built together. They're lifelong relationships. You will always be able to count on each other, right? They will help you in your personal and professional lives. One that's close to me is be inclusive in an industry where we still have a lot to do. We have to open the doors for our Hispanic and Latino women and men. Share the goodness of the program. Use it to push up and pull up others, whether it's within your company, externally. Get involved. One way you can get involved is become a mentor of our High-Tech Foundation program, of the scholarship program. Finally, you are a member of the High-Tech Familia. Remember that. Don't be afraid to give abrazos, right? You are a member of the familia. Continue to push up and pull up. That's all I have for you, folks. Thanks, guys.
Congratulations to our fourth group of EEP E+ graduates, Diego Betelu and Rosa Lopez of PwC, Andrea Schiller of Salesforce, Jose Luis Ayala Cortez of SAP, Celso Morelos of Schneider Electric, Marcus Torres and Michael Rodriguez of ServiceNow, Rebecca Mamos and Rushdie Aris of Disney, Giovanna Mueller and Cristina Mariscal of Visa, David De La Hoz, Julio Giron, and Nicole Zapata of Wells Fargo, Belinda Rodriguez, Flaminio Guerrero, Giovanni Cruz, and Sandra Diaz Vargas of Worldwide Technology.
Of my thunder, I need to create a different speech.
Because they have no idea.
Please welcome Pablo Chela, Cable Division President and General Manager, Amdocs.
Can you hear me now? Right. So the previous speaker stole my thunder, so I need to create a new speech now. I need to come with something more casual and different. But first of all, I want to commend High-Tech for this amazing program. This is my second year being a mentor. And the energy and the growth is unbelievable. So I want to thank you for the opportunity and to all of you that sponsor this program. I think the EPP program, is an amazing opportunity. I wish I had it. Growing up in my career, teach you a lot of different things that you are not usually exposed. It gives you an opportunity to network, to brand yourself. But the biggest opportunity that gives you is the opportunity to impact. How? So a few weeks ago, somebody asked me about my career, what would I do different? And, career-wise, I'm happy, cannot complain. But one of the things I will do different is I will start earlier. What would I start earlier? I will start earlier to impact. Sometimes we have this perception that we had to reach a point in the career to be able to do X, to be able to impact, to be able to mentor, to be able to show, to brand, to impact the Hispanic community. Well, this moment in the career is today. It's not 5 years from now. It's not 10 years. It's not when you're a VP or director or MD or a manager. It's today. So if I had to take something from this program, is that you have all the weapons, the superpowers, to be able to impact, not just within this group, because here you will agree that we have a privilege to work in these amazing companies and to network with people that are like us, professional, successful, that made it to a very good point in the career. But how about we talk to the new students, to people that are trying to get to the community college to get somewhere, to the students that just graduate and they don't know how to get to the first job. You underestimate the level of impact that you have. One word of encouragement to these students will create the high-tech leaders in 10 years. So for me, the big opportunity of this program is that now you know all the different aspects of the job to be able to impact and not just be limited to this network, this amazing group, but go 2, 3, 4 levels down to the leaders of the next 10 years, to the kids of immigrants that are the first to do college in the US. They need just a little word of encouragement. And I think you have this amazing opportunity now to help. So thank High-Tech for the opportunity, and everyone, congratulations.
Wait, yep, back. Left on the keyboard.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for the opportunity to be here with you. I have made so many friends here. I know some people for 22 years. This guy called G. I know Fernando for, I don't want to say how many, but it's been a long time. He was 10 at the time. But for you that are here, I want to say prepare yourself, continue preparing yourself for the opportunity. This is one way. Preparation is not only attending schools, but also in this case, networking with your familia. If you don't know anybody here and you have not met him ever, you see me in tables that I've never been in there. I had the opportunity this morning to sit. I told one of my guys, I'm not going to sit with you because I know you for 10 years. I'm going to sit over here. And then I got a orange dot. Then I have to speak. So you never know what happens. But continue preparing yourself, not only network, but talk to people and try to understand where they're from. I make notes sometimes from people that I meet at this event. And eventually, I talk. I may forget your name, but I remember your face. So your name, just forgive me about it. Since I was 20, I never can remember names, so that's my problem. You belong. Just believe in yourself. You belong. Wherever you are at the table, you belong. and then show them that you belong, because nobody gave you anything here, unless you're a Rockefeller or a Ford, which I never met one here that is yet a Rockefeller or Ford. You earn this spot, and you're going to continue earning it as you go. And I'm going to quote a couple of my writers or poets from Mexico. I'm a Mexican, so Jose Vasconcelos is a guy that I read, and he did multiple things. But he says the ultimate nature and events are largely what our imagination make them out to be. So imagine if you want to be a CEO, you want to be a board member of a Fortune 1 company, you have to remember those things that you want to be, but then how do you prepare yourself? Who do you have to meet over time? You have amazing people here that you got to meet and learn from it. Oh, and my other friend from Amazon here that I know for many, many, many years as well. So keep on doing that. Make us proud. Really make us proud. Make your family proud. Make yourself proud. Make the high-tech family proud, which is what all of us want. And eventually, I would say I met you when you just started here. Like you got the first EEP, or you got the first management team at Cisco, or whatever happened. So just keep on doing that. And I'm going to close with another quote from Vasconcelos. Por mi raza hablará mi espíritu. What does that mean? You are a raza. You are Hispanics. You have to speak for every one of us everywhere you go. So por mi raza hablará mi espíritu. Congratulations on your journey. Thank you.
We are going to conclude, but please another big round of applause for our graduates, our alumni group. When we are done, all of you are going to come over here. We're going to take a group picture, so everyone's going to allow us to do that. So, and you can take selfies, G, okay? Take selfies. But before I finish, number one, it starts all over again. So we are going to open up applications for EEP and E+ in a couple of weeks. Please let us know who's interested so you can apply. Reach out to Cristina, myself, or the High-Tech Familia. So that's number one. Number two, for those mentors, I see you here. I am going to ask again for next year. So do not run away. We're taking names and taking pictures. So know that you heard me. And I'm going to close by asking you all to stand up for a second. Everyone, not just the class. Stand up for a second. And next time that you hear someone say, I don't see other people that look like me in leadership positions, I want you to look around and point at High-Tech as producing that caliber of individuals. So look around and make sure you come back, okay?